And just like that, booyah, we are back in business. How y'all doing, YouTube? You guys ready for a good time tonight? Because that's what we are going to have. And it's not just any night tonight, you guys. This is my 42nd year of being alive. I am officially a 42-year-old man. This is what 42 years old looks like. Not too bad, huh? All right. So, we're going to go ahead and get the birthday wishes and you guys, saying happy birthday. Let's go ahead and just get that all out there right now. We'll just go ahead and start with that. And I'm going to thank you guys ahead of time. I'm going to thank each and every one of you for wishing me a happy birthday. Because I have a feeling if I do a 3-hour stream, people are going to be saying happy birthday periodically throughout the entire stream. So I'm not going to be able to stop and thank each person. So I'm going to thank everyone collectively for wishing me a happy birthday right here, right now. And we're going to go ahead and sing happy birthday to me right here, right now, after I thank Danny Diesel for sending the first birthday super chat of the stream before the stream even started. Thank you very much, Danny Diesel. So without further ado, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. And many more on Channel 4. Whoopi Goldberg is a whore. There it is, y'all. There it is. It is officially birthday celebration time. Yay! It's birthday celebration time. Gonna have good time. We're gonna do a deep dive on some scripted Ozzy and Hulk Hogan shit tonight. Yeah. All right. Good times. How many people do you know on their birthday gonna do a deep dive into Ozzy and Hulk Hogan's scripted death? Well, that's what we're gonna do tonight. So I'm not just gonna sit here and pander for birthday super chats, although I did see a few go by. I'm gonna read those in a second. What I am gonna do is hook you guys up with a good stream full of crazy mind-blowing shit regarding Ozzy and Hulk's scripted deaths. So you're not going to want to go anywhere. Tonight's stream is going to be like some crazy shit revealed that I did not expect to find. And when I found it, I was like, whoa, I can't wait to show this to my people. So it is my birthday, but I'm not here to just celebrate me being 42 years old. No, we got work to do. We got fake news to break down, right? All right. With that said, let me go ahead and snag these super chats that did come in while I was singing the best rendition of Happy Birthday ever to myself. I mean, I have to say, out of all the happy birthdays I've ever sang, that one was the best one. And since I dedicated it to me, I'm pretty pleased with myself. I don't know about anybody else, but when I think about me, I please myself. Dispassionate Observer coming in with a super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that on an awesome birthday Saturday stream extravaganza. Coming in strong. Hank the Hillbilly, love the name, says first and Was oh, oh, what a birthday so far, man. If I tried to go celebrate with anyone else, I wouldn't have as much fun. That's why I knew I had to do a birthday stream and also break down some crazy conspiracy shit that's going to blow everyone's goddamn minds out of their butthole. So, this is going to be one hell of a unique birthday for me. And I want to thank you for being here with me. All of you guys, all the real people, all the loyal subs, and even some of the noobs. We got some noobs here because I put out a video that did unexpectedly way better than I thought. Yeah, last video, YouTube actually promoted my last video. And I got like 300 new subs in like one night from a non-football video. Strange shit for a guy who's been shadow banned for months. They're like, oh, here you go. Here's 300 subs for you, telling the truth about how you feel. Whoa, that was weird. So yeah, we might have some new people here tonight because YouTube gave me a little strokage, a little algorithm strokage. You never know with this weirdo platform. The subs for 3 months, and then they'll be like, oh, you're not sad that celebrities are dead? Here, let's promote you. Okay. Just when my motivation was about to be dead, they hooked me up. All right. Danny Diesel says, Elmo's singing happy birthday. Oh, shit. We're going to drive everyone away if I do that. But you know what? Since you're paying, happy birthday to Jake. Happy birthday to Jake. Elmo is singing happy birthday. Happy birthday to Jake and many more. Elmo's wife is not a whore because Elmo does not have a wife. There you go. Little Elmo singing happy birthday. You get the short version. Can't do the full version another time. That would be too much happy birthday. All right, Jack the A-hole gifted 5 Jake the Asshole memberships. So I was thinking members only stream tomorrow. We're doing the birthday stream today. So I'm thinking maybe members only stream tomorrow. Yeah. So all you members, hang tight. I got some members only shit coming at you real soon. I had to handle some business with this Ozzy and Hulk shit and jump on the train while I could. It was time sensitive. And I believe I have pulled it off. And tonight, gonna get some good information in tonight, just before the subject is dead in the water and people forget and stop hearing. So this is like the last day where people are gonna care about Hulk Hogan and Ozzy. And by tomorrow, people are gonna stop giving a shit. So we're gonna cram it in tonight. Hell yeah. Ride that wave of views for one last night, brother. All my little Hulkamaniacs out there. Hulkamania will never die. And I have all you Hulkamaniacs to thank. Help keeping me alive forever, brother. So don't let your mother shed a tear for the Hulkster, brother. Because Hulkamania is running wild, dude. And nothing makes me more satisfied than twisting a little weasel's knob in between these 24-inch pythons, dude. Danny Diesel, Roseanne Barr singing happy birthday. Dude, what are you trying to do? kill my audience right away? All right, dude, just for you.
We're gonna wish happy birthday to one of the greatest comedians who ever lived. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers on YouTube. Everybody give it up for Jake the Asshole. All of the Anunnaki, all of the Nephilims, all of the alien creatures from outer space. Give it up for the funniest guy who ever fucking lived. Happy birthday to Jake. Happy birthday to Jake. Happy fucking birthday, fucking birthday, bullshit, and many more.
There you go. That's how I start my live stream on my birthday. Hell yes. Singing happy birthday to myself in celebrity voices. All right, go kart with a donation. All right, and then it looks like I missed one from Lint Away Air Duct Cleaning. I'm seeing a lot of laughing emojis coming in. That's good. Always a good thing. Means I'm doing my job correctly. Lint Away Duct Cleaning. Best damn air duct cleaning this side of the Mississippi. And maybe the other side too. Give him a call and he just might hook you up, yo. And he totally didn't pay me to say that. Or did he? All right, he says, you are the best comedian alive. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Lint Away Duct Cleaning, who runs the best damn air duct cleaning business this side of the Mississippi and maybe the other, believes I am the best comedian alive. And I did not pay him to say that. He's paying me, and he's saying that. You couldn't ask for a better birthday present than being told you're the best alive and being paid at the same time. Lint Away Duct Cleaning, you, sir, have won me over. In fact, I already liked you before, so you're like my new best friend. Thank you very much, Lint Away Duct Cleaning. You know the way to make a brother feel great on his birthday. Happy birthday to me, indeed. All right. All right. Dispassionate Observer says, got to praising Jake. I want to wish Jake a man-made birthday. And this is because everyone is only born once. There is no such fucking thing as a birthday. There is only a born day. Each day after that is a different day. It's only a man-made calendar which makes you think that it is the same day. So therefore, anyone who celebrates a birthday is a total fucking slave loser. Could you guys please send me money because I'm on the run from the authorities right now and I am a wanted fugitive? And if you could also shoot videos for me, I need some B-roll for my next video. And being I am a wanted fugitive, I cannot leave this Airbnb. So if you could please shoot videos for me, that would be great, guys. Happy birthday to Jake. All right. There you go. A little goatis for you. Those who know, you know. Norwegian Method says, happy birthday, Jake. Just left my dad's 66th birthday party. Uh-oh. He used the 66 number, you guys. We got to keep an eye on him. Just kidding, bro. Thank you for the birthday wishes and the donation. Thank you. Savvy Steak became a member. Awesome. Good times. And he gifted a membership as well. All right. Good times. Starting off awesome today on a birthday Saturday night. And we still have all this show to get to. And I promised you guys that your minds would be blown. So I guess I got to get to delivering on that, right? All right, guys. So I'm thinking we should start with Hulk Hogan and then work our way to Ozzy. The Ozzy shit's more mind-blowing. So I'm thinking we'll start with Hulk Hogan, get him out of the way, and then we'll get to the more mind-blowing shit. So I just scratched the surface a little bit with these two, and I was going to like do a little bit of an extended deep dive because there's still people who are like, oh, just because someone dies doesn't mean it's scripted. People die, you idiot. So there was like a lot of people agreeing with me in the comments, of course, because I have a smart audience. But then there's also people who tell me, you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist for believing that that deaths can be scripted. So according to some people, it's like an impossibility that Ozzy's death was scripted or that Hulk's death was scripted. So tonight, I'm going to show some evidence that is so undeniable that there's something fishy going on in both cases that even the most hardcore of sheep is going to have to do some mental gymnastics to get around it. So you guys ready? You guys ready to do this? Like this guy. Oh no! Oh yeah? Just wait. Stick around. I'm gonna blow your mind out of your asshole tonight. Ozzy was old though. Oh, it's gonna be hilarious when some of your guys' jaws drop tonight. Y'all ready? Let's have some fun. All right. So let's start with Hulk Hogan. You guys know what Ozzy and Hulk Hogan had in common? They both did a reality TV show about their family. What are the odds? Oh, it's the coincidence. Oh, it is. It's just a coincidence. Hogan Knows Best was a reality TV show about his life where the cameras were in the home. And you guys know reality TV shows scripted, right? We don't have to argue that. So they're putting on a performance of what their family acts like. And what did the Osbournes do? Same shit. So the Osbournes were first, and then Hogan Knows Best came afterwards. They both did the fucking reality TV show family thing. What are the... that doesn't mean that their deaths weren't scripted. They were old. We're going to get into that too. Just pointing out, they both had reality TV shows. And reality TV ain't real. So they were putting on a performance with their own family in their own homes. Think about that. All right. Now let's go. You guys ready? Let's rock and roll. Let's motherfucking boogie, bitches. Yeah. About to show you why I'm the best and nobody comes close.
It's been 15 or longer years since I met Hulk Hogan, and my family is in the worst mess. Brooke doesn't talk to us. She's had twins.
It's been 15 years since I divorced from Hulk Hogan. And Brooke doesn't talk to us, and she just had twins. Now, anyone want to believe that that was all legitimate and that she wasn't acting at all? Just saying. And hey, is that Brooke now? That don't look like Brooke to me. That doesn't look like Hulk Hogan's daughter that I remember. So apparently that's what Brooke looks like. And Brooke doesn't have a relationship with her mom or her dad. And she went and secretly had twins. Hey, look at this shirt. It's almost like this could be a 3, and this could be a 3, and these could be 2 33s right here. But that would make me a conspiracy theorist. So I don't want to just point at this 3 and this 3 and make this connection. But I will make more of a connection that this doesn't even really look like Brooke. Supposedly, Brooke doesn't have a relationship with her dad or her mom, and then she went off and had these twins. But Entertainment Tonight is going to get this dramatic footage of Linda Hogan and has the inside scoop on the twins. Okay, sheeple. Keep telling me how not scripted this shit is.
Got married. She didn't tell us. I'm sorry. It's so sad.
Sobbing with bruises on her face from Botox, Linda Hogan spent nearly 2.5 minutes detailing a Hogan family war. She seemingly blames part of her estrangement from daughter Brooke on ex.
Yeah, this person, these eyeballs, don't match the other person that they just fucking showed us. Look at Brooke's eyeballs, and then look at Brooke's eyeballs. Sorry, those aren't the same fucking eyeballs, and I'm not retarded. This ain't matching this. But I'm one of the only people who pays attention to detail. But let's go ahead and pretend that her eyeballs just changed that much as she got older. Yeah, look at these eyes. Sorry, not the same person. Not gonna fucking fool me.
AKA Terry Bollea, and made some pretty wild claims.
He's a complete liar. He is a sex addict. She had a huge fight with Terry. I don't know how that reflected onto me, but she cut me out too.
He's a huge liar. He's a sex addict. This is coming from the lady who is married to him.
Talked to her for 7 years, almost 8 years now.
Who seems like she's pretending to cry. The whole thing is a work, y'all. It's all a work. The show was a work. This is a work. Hulk Hogan was in the work business where they work you over, brother. All I need you to do is cheer for me, brother, or boo for me, brother, and I'm doing my job, brother. Which do you want? Do you want the all-American hero Hulk, or do you want Hollywood Hulk Hogan? Either way, I'm doing my job and working you over, brother. Are you falling for it? I'm not. I'm too smart for that shit.
The reason why I'm standing by his side on this whole thing is because I know him.
So there is some weird connection with Brooke Hogan and Hollywood Hogan and Hulk Hogan. So I think Brooke and Hulk had some sort of father-daughter relationship. And I'm going to get to that more in a minute. So I think the Hulkster and the Brookster were doing stuff together, brother. That's all I'm saying.
The reason why I'm standing by his side on this whole thing is because I know him.
Brooke.
I bet you do. Kelly Yamaguchi coming in with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Kelly Yamaguchi. I appreciate that. Super sticker love. I appreciate it. All right. Guys, I'm going to get to proving what I'm saying in just a minute.
Who has defended her father in the past, had zero sympathy for either of her parents, posting her own side of the story, quote, I have been extremely verbally and mentally abused since childhood. Sadly, it would frequently turn physical. I have completely separate reasons for going no contact with each of my parents.
Oh, listen to that. Sadly, it would frequently turn physical. What does that mean? Like a slap? A punch? A titty twister? A rubbing of oil on someone's butt? Or something a lot worse? We don't know. All we know is it's physical. And she has to completely separate reasons for going no contact with each of her parents. Going no contact with each of her parents. And now we have a lady that doesn't look like the old Brooke showing up with twins all of a sudden. How about that? Getting a little weird yet? Is it getting a little strange? I hope so.
The 36-year-old adds she also cut off my dad's second and third, now current wife.
She cut off his dad's second and third and current wife. She doesn't want to be around either of her parents or any of their parents' new spouses or boyfriends and girlfriends. Wow. How about that? I wonder why.
At boundaries that were not respected, and at this point, I can truly do no more.
I have to be honest about what I went through in my marriage with Terry. All these.
And let's not forget, Nick had that deal where he killed someone in an auto accident. Right? So every one of these people surrounded in some sort of controversy and weird shit. Oh, it's not scripted, Jake. It's totally real.
What I went through in my marriage with Terry, all these horrible things are going on behind the scenes. He's such
All these horrible things were going on behind the scenes.
a hero, right? Not.
No response from Hulk on the claims, but Linda posted about her daughter. I'm not going to defend myself against these ridiculous allegations. I'll do that in court if she keeps it up. Brooke's response? If she's triggered, I think that speaks volumes. This war is just the latest in the former WWE star's decades-long family drama.
All right. That's enough entertainment tonight, because people will be like, oh, so you're just gonna like show entertainment tonight, Jake? No. What I am gonna show you though is Hulk Hogan rubs oil on Brooke. I'm going to show you that for sure. So if you guys want to look it up yourself, just go ahead and Google Hulk Hogan rubs oil on Brooke. And here you have these lovely pictures of the Hulkster rubbing his daughter's butt, right, with oil on camera. Yeah. You know, little kissy face with his daughter. Here he is on camera rubbing his daughter's butt. You know, and he knows he's on camera when he does that stuff. So guys, there was probably something going on with Hulkster and his daughter, and they were like being open on camera about it, because that's the type of sick shit Hollywood would do, right? And now looks like there's a different Brooke. Hulkster's dead, brother. Some weird shit going on here, huh? A little more than meets the eye, maybe. So when people are like, oh, he said the N-word, he's racist, like, this is more of the stuff that I'm looking at, is like, how come you would touch your daughter's butt like that on camera? You know the cameras are there, and you know that's going out. So check it out. Whenever shit like this gets put out there, it's done on purpose. So Hulkster was also in a sex tape. And if you're smart, you know a thing or two about sex tapes is that they're released on purpose. Oh, the Hulkster accidentally had that sex tape, and he accidentally rubbed Brooke's butt on camera, accidentally, not thinking about the consequences. Come on. So anyone want to keep telling me that all of this is just totally organic life happening? Nah, brother. That's how Terry Bollea lived for real, brother, behind the scenes. That's a real life look at how Terry, the American hero, really was. He is a real American. He rubs his daughter's butt with baby oil. He fights for what's right. Fights for what's right. All right. Gotta love it. And that, of course, is the guy who promotes Trump, right? Trump's best buddy. All right. Looks like I missed a super chat. Let me go back and snag it real fast, and then we'll move on. But let this sink in. All of what I showed you purposely being put out there on camera. Oh, yeah, and I guess when he said the N-word, it was like 10 years exactly to the day when he died. So that's another coinky-dink, if you want to believe that it's not scripted. 10 years to the day from when he said the N-word. I guess that was karma that killed him, huh? Savvy Steak said, reptiles trying to mimic humans. Or it's Hulk Hogan putting on a work, brother, like he always has. His whole career was a work. Brother, you either cheer for him or you boo for him. If he can get you to do one or the other, he's doing his job, brother. If you don't pay attention to him, well, that's when he's failed. All right. Okay, you guys want to continue this roller coaster ride? All right, check this out. Roddy Hogan which is like Hulk Hogan's biggest fan. When you guys see this is when it's gonna pop out that everything is fucking retardedly scripted in a retarded way. Who is Roddy Hogan? Meet Hulk Hogan's super fan who died days before his tragic passing. What? Roddy Hogan, Hulk Hogan's biggest fan, dies days before Hulk Hogan's tragic death. Jake, he was old too. Old people die sometimes. Okay, Jake? Doesn't mean it was scripted, Jake. Hulk Hogan totally rubbed oil on his daughter's butt and didn't know the camera was there. And his superfan died just days before him. And they were all old. And Linda Hogan was really sad on Entertainment Tonight. And Brooke Hogan is still the same person. And she just had twins. And her eyeballs just completely changed. Nothing scripted, Jake. You're crazy. Yeah, man. Just that crazy dude who finds these weird, crazy connections that are all coincidences. Shady Davy D says, "Happy birthday, brother." Thanks, brother. I really appreciate that. Davy D, if you were here, I'd wrap you in these 24-inch pythons, brother, and I'd squeeze your knob till your head popped off, brother. What you gonna do, Davy, when Hulkamania and Jakeomania team up and run wild on you? That's like something Hulk would have actually said. If you go back and listen to Hulk's best promos, he usually has some sort of gay innuendo tucked in there that none of us noticed back in the 80s. But it's really obvious if you go back and listen now. Go back and watch Hulk Hogan's best promos from the late 80s when he was on steroids and doing rails of cocaine. And that was his best work, actually. Late 80s Hulk Hogan, when he was on roids and doing cocaine, he was cutting some amazing promos, some really entertaining stuff. I wish I could show it, but it's copyrighted. And so I'll end up having to edit the Hulk Hogan promos out. Otherwise, I would show you guys some of the funniest ones. But Davey D is a wrestling fan, so I figured I'd break out a little Hulkster for him. Thanks, Davey. You're awesome, brother. So check it out. Anyone who thinks, Hulk's death is totally not scripted, you also have to believe that his biggest fan, who's met Hulk Hogan and kind of looks like him, died days before his tragic passing. Roddy Hogan. Look up Roddy Hogan and go down that little fucking rabbit hole. All right? So there you go. We got Brooke looking a lot different. Brooke says she's no contact with her parents. Roddy Hogan passes just before. Linda looking like she's trying to fake cry, telling the whole story. Some weird shit going on here with this Hogan thing. All right, so I got that. Oh, yes. Oh, I got it. Check this out. Anyone who knows anything about the big club and knows anything about black eyes and people on the world stage who get a black eye and then go on TV and show it off, check it out. Anyone who knows anything about that sort of thing, the club where they show off their eye, just in case anyone forgot. Hulk Hogan shows up to WrestleMania 9, I believe, with this eye looking like this. And this is supposedly a jet ski accident, brother. And he shows up and then challenges Yokozuna for the title on the spot. It wasn't even advertised on the card. Hulkamania shows up, wins the title over Yokozuna, slams him, hits the leg drop, pins him, takes the title. So it was Bret Hart versus Yokozuna in the main event of WrestleMania, but Hogan swoops in the final minutes of the show, wins the championship, and celebrates with this eye, this wicked black eye, brother. But that's all a coincidence too. Unless you know a thing or two about that big club and people showing off their eye. All right. So now let's do Hulk Hogan's last interview, brother. Actually, scratch that. Let's go back a year, 1 year ago, to Hulkster giving the speech at the Trump rally. That's a good one. So we can see from last year until just before he died, the change in the Hulkster's appearance and the way he speaks. I want to show you guys something that I found. So check it out. We're going to go back 1 year. Many of you guys will remember this. I did a live stream and broke down this entire speech, brother. Some of you guys were probably there watching. We're not going to break down the entire speech, but we will break down some of this. So this is Hulk Hogan, 2024 Republican National Convention. Hulkster in full character promotes Trump. Here we go.
You know something? When I came here tonight, there was so much energy in this room. I felt maybe I was in Madison Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought the vibe was so intense, energy was so crazy, it felt like maybe I was going to press that no-good stinky giant over my head and slam him through the mat, brother.
So this looks like Hulkster is in good spirits and doesn't have any health issues that are keeping him from making all these grandiose gestures while he stands and delivers this speech. Somebody whose health is in total decline and they're down to their last few months to live or whatever, they won't have this sort of energy. So this just shows you just 1 year ago where the Hulkster was at and what he was doing. Let's keep that in mind.
But what I found out was I was in a room full of real Americans, brother. And at the end of the day, with our leader up there, my hero, that gladiator, we're going to bring America back together. One real American at a time.
Look at this, guys. Does anyone remember this? Guys, I broke down this right here. We had over 1,000 people watching that night. And then I broke down the Hulk Hogan speech. We had a fat crowd that night. So last year, the news was a lot more exciting. 1 year ago, we had this. And we had Hulk Hogan delivering a speech. We had the election. So my views were up last year at this time because we had a lot of exciting stuff. So we have a decent crowd here tonight. But last time this year, we were talking about this guy and this event, and I broke down every single piece of footage and proved that this whole thing right here was staged as fuck from top to bottom. So if you want to go back and see me break down this, I broke down every single piece of footage live. We had a huge crowd that night. Just goes to show you, if something huge happens in the world, I get a larger crowd coming over here and seeing what I have to say about the whole thing. And then when shit's boring, I don't get as big of a crowd.
Hi, brother. You know something? I've seen some great tag teams in my time.
Just want to point out, Hulkster starts flashing the 666. He does it several times.
You know something? I've seen
devil horns, real quick, followed by 666.
Some great
Jake, that's just how people talk. He was making an I love you gesture, and now he's making an A-OK sign. So that's what sheeple will say, is that Hulk Hogan said, I love you, and then everything is A-OK. Whereas if you have a conspiracy mind, right? If you're conspiracy minded, you'll be like,
you know something? I've seen
devil horns,
some great
666.
tag teams in my time. Hulk Hogan and ooh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
And look, he did it again.
Hulk Hogan and ooh yeah, the Macho Man.
Double.
And Randy Savage.
See?
But you know something? I see the greatest tag team of my life standing upon us, getting ready to straighten this country out for all the real Americans.
None of these people had a problem with Hulk. So a year ago, everyone at the Republican National Convention was cheering. Nobody booing for Hulk. Nobody was like, boo! You rubbed oil on your daughter's butt. I watched you rub oil on your daughter's butt. You said the N-word. Fuck you. I hate you. You're gross. Your daughter said that you physically abused her. Boo! No one cared. They were like, yay! I like Trump, and Hulk Hogan is Trump's best friend. Yay! Hulk Hogan and Trump. Yay! Yay! We're gonna beat the libs. That's how easy it is to make a MAGA-tard start cheering. You just bring in Hulk Hogan and have him get into character and stick his head up Trump's ass, and then they cheer. They don't give a fuck that he rubbed baby oil on his daughter's butt. They don't give a shit that he said the N-word and is racist. They don't give a shit that he cheated on his wife, right? Destroyed his own family. They don't give a shit about any of that, right? No. Yay, Hulk Hogan! Funny how that works. People pick and choose when they want to cheer for someone. When it's okay to hate somebody. When it's not.
You know, even though you guys are real Americans, you better get ready. Because when Donald Dick J. Trump becomes the...
When Donald Dick J. Trump.
Better get ready. Because when Donald Dick J. Trump...
All right, we're going to put that in slow-mo. One more time, Hulkster.
Because when Donald Dick J. Trump...
When Donald Dick Dirt, brother. Donald Dick Dirt Trump, Dirt.
becomes the President of the United States, all the real Americans are gonna be nicknamed Trumpites.
There you go, brother. So that's what we were doing last year. Yeah, time flies, right? It's already been a year. And now Hulkster's dead. And there he was, sticking his head up Trump's ass, right? Doing such an amazing job. He had all of MAGA's like, yay, Hulk Hogan! Yay, Hulk Hogan! Oh, Hulk Hogan! Meanwhile, you had Trump with his fucking... That's right. We make a lovely tag team. We are the greatest tag team that you've ever seen. I want to personally thank Terry Bollea, more importantly, Hulk Hogan, for delivering such a wonderful speech. We probably would never have defeated Kamala without the Hulkster giving that wonderful promo. That's what they call it. They call it cutting a promo. Speaking of, I think I got me this picture. Here, let me go pull up this picture that I got. I found me this picture. I think you guys might like it. God damn it, that ain't it. Delete that one. Where is it? One second. You gotta find me this picture. Ah, yes, here it is. The picture of Trump and Hulk. Many of you have seen this picture, but some of you might not have. So let's go ahead and, yeah, there it is. That one. Yeah. That little picture right there. Let me tell you something, brother. I still remember when I was wrestling in Madison Square Garden in front of the greatest man who ever lived. The greatest man who ever lived, who I knew one day was going to be president, brother. This is all going down according to script, brother. I knew Donald Dick Day Trump was going to be president one day, brother. So I still remember when I won the world championship in front of the greatest man and my best friend I ever had, brother. I was bleeding like a stuck pig. And then later on that night, me and Donald Dick J. Trump, we got together and we rubbed each other's knobs, dude. What you gonna do when Hulkamania and Trumpamania team up and run wild on you? Bam, 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 bam. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Bam, 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 bam. Hulk Hogan, all he fucking does is lie. Bam, 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 bam. If you call him out, it will hurt his pride. He isn't really a man, that's why he fake died. He is a fake American. He gets gay with Trump every night. Oh, did I just do that? I probably shouldn't have did that. I probably ruined people's childhoods right there. I think I just ruined everyone's life, whoever liked Trump. Imagine being a magatard and being like, well, you probably voted for Kamala, right? Any magatards watching? Just assume I voted for Kamala, and it'll make you feel better. That's what magatards do. You point out anything wrong with Donald Trump, the nearest magatard will just assume you voted for Kamala. It's like their only default. And then if you say something like, I've never voted in my life, and Joe Biden was replaced, they'll be like, I don't know what to say. Mental gymnastics, short circuit, nerd. That's what happens. Next time a MAGA incorrectly assumes that you are a libtard just because you speak out against Donald Trump's bullshit, just tell them that you've never voted and that the right-left paradigm is for fucking retarded sheeple. And then watch what their response is. All right. Shady Davey D said, never forget Hulk Tua, brother. That's right, dude. Never forget Hulk Tua. You remember that girl, Haley Welch? She was going around giving fellas Hulk Tuas, spitting on fellas' weasels. Well, nothing compares to the immortal Hulk Hogan, brother. Hulkamania never dies. So that's why even when Hulk dies, Hulkamania lives on forever, brother. That's because Hulkamania is way more than just some 15-minute fad, dude. There's no 15-minute fame when it comes to Hulkamania, brother. Haley Welch, that's 15 minutes of fame, brother. Nobody even remembers who she is. Nobody even remembers Hulk Tua. However, brother, Hulkamania is still running wild in people's minds forever. Dude, what you gonna do when Hulkamania grabs you by your weasel and squeezes your knob, dude? There you go. Just for Davey D. And I missed a couple super chats. Let me go back and snag them. Snag them all. And we're going to get back to busting Hulk a little more. We're going to show his final interview next. And then we're going to move on to Ozzy, which is way more mind-blowing than the Hulk shit. I promise. RL with a donation said, "Happy birthday, Jake. Go back to the pic with Trump with Kotex on his ear and check out that man girl next to him." Oh, yes, yes, yes. Good call. I almost forgot about that. I spotted that too, and I'm glad you reminded me just now because I was going to forget. Yeah, look at this. Look at the person next to Trump. Look at this. What is that thing? Right? They all have this look in their eyes, these over makeuped eyes that have a very evil look. And then this jaw, look at this chin. Whoa, hello. Yeah. Yep, RL, good eye, bro. I totally would have forgot to show that. Thanks for reminding me. That's another reason why I have the best audience, is because they will remind me of shit that I forgot or was going to forget, or they'll bring me some information that I wasn't even expecting. So from my last video that I put out where I talked about how I'm not sad when celebrities die, I had some people show up in the comments section and dump some evidence and information that I was not prepared for. And I was like, whoa. And then I went down a few rabbit holes last night researching this shit. And I was like, oh my God, my next stream is going to blow people's fucking minds. So we haven't even got to the good stuff yet. All right. So I hope you guys stick around. All right. Shady Davy D said never. Oh, yeah, we got that one. All right. Let me make sure I get everyone's super chats. All right. So. Yeah, that old picture from the 80s of Trump and Hogan holding hands the way they are, very strange looking. Like, how many men do you see holding hands like that, right? It's one thing to have a good friend and you're going to take a pic with your good friend or something you haven't seen in a while, but like to hold a man's hand the way Trump and Hulk are holding each other's hands in that photo, very strange indeed. That dude says maybe this is why they created Arctic Peace Treaty, so we can't go beyond the ice wall where they send these fake celebrity deaths there to live. All we can do is speculate what happens when they die. So people want me to tell them where they hide out, how they stay out of the public eye, what happens to them afterwards. All we can do is speculate. I'm just showing you all the stuff leading up to their deaths that doesn't quite add up. And the fact that like there's a whole lot of acting and scripted television going on with these characters. Both of them were in a reality TV show about their family, and then their family just so happened to be torn apart by the fame, and all of them have some weird fucking story background. So just the more I dug into it, the more weird it got. So as far as where the celebrities go, we have no way of knowing. So we can speculate that maybe some of them get to retire on Celebrity Island, if there's a such thing. And then maybe some of them die, years ago, but they keep the character alive with replacements and imposters. And then eventually they feel they have no need for the character anymore, that the character can't really make any more money, can't really influence people. And then they kill the character off in a scripted way to make people think and feel a certain way about their death. So what happens to these people afterwards? It might be different depending on what celebrity it is. So perhaps Ozzy gets a different treatment than Hulk, who gets a different treatment than Kobe, who gets a different treatment than fucking Jimi Hendrix. You get what I mean? So I have no idea. So some of them we can think that maybe they're repackaged into other characters. Like people say Jimi Hendrix went on to be Morgan Freeman. But like, who's Ozzy going to go on to be, right? We're going to get to all this tonight and a lot more, so stick around. Sunflower. So Kamala was the name of the wrestler. Kamala's real name was James Harris. And then Trump goes against Kamala Harris. Totally scripted. You can't make this stuff up. I've actually seen that guy wrestle in ECW. He wasn't one of the main guys in ECW, but he did do some show dates with ECW. So I went to 4 ECW shows, original ECW shows, real ECW. And Kamala was on one of the shows I went to in Georgia. So I actually got to see the Ugandan giant. I think that's what they call him. I got to see him wrestle once. I forget who he wrestled off the top of my head. But yes, check it out, you guys. So the connection between Hulk and Ozzy is WWE/WWF. The WWE brought Ozzy on to sing and perform one of his newer songs that he did, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. All my life I've been over the top. I don't know where I'm going. All I know is I don't want to stop. That one. So they let Ozzy come on the WWE and perform that live. And the WWE and Ozzy did a deal where they pushed that song. So what are the chances both guys connect back to the WWE? What are the chances both guys had a Hulk and Ozzy both had a reality TV show about their family, right? All right. All right, so now let's check out Hulk Hogan's final interview before he died. And we'll see the difference between Hulk Hogan a year ago. Here, one more time, I'm going to show what Hulk Hogan looks like a year ago, just so it's fresh in everybody's mind. So check this out. Just before I show you Hulk Hogan just before he died in his final interview, I want you to keep this image in your head from a year ago.
My hero. And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
All right, dude. Burn this image in your brain, brothers. I want you to use your photographic image skills right now. And I want you to burn this right now into your memories, dude, brother. All right. Now we're going to watch Hulk Hogan's final interview. And we're going to see a gigantic difference. And not just because he's unhealthy, but because it appears before he died, they slipped us a different fucking Hulk Hogan. Yep. Brothers, Hulk Hogan was replaced before he died, brothers. And here's the proof.
Shit. But I always heard from something like it was good to drink beers while working out because it's dehydrating and you really get beer muscles. Is that true?
Well, the truth is, truth be told, before I wrestled, I always kept a case of beer in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Because the boys never had that treat. But when I was around, I had that. A little bit of stroke back there.
Yeah.
I'd keep a case of beer and the boys would hit it before we go to the ring. Made the matches much better. But that was then and this is now. But I did drink a beer every once in a while, before I'd work out, just to have fun when the guys would come over. I didn't do it all the time.
Sure.
But we had one heavy duty day a year.
Final interview, dude. Talking about how he used to like to drink beer, brother.
And that was called...
And he started a beer company just before he died, dude.
The John Matuzak Memorial Workout.
And he went back to his Hollywood Hogan look, and he started having these weird-looking eyes, dude. And he looked a lot smaller, brother. Must be because he was so unhealthy, dude. And he was so old.
And John Matuzak played for the Oakland Raiders. He played for the University of Tampa. He's a very good friend of mine. And when he passed away, his mom sent all this stuff to me, his clothes, pictures, everything. So every year we'd have the John Matuzak Memorial Workout, and we'd start training at midnight. We'd train till the sun came up, and we'd train every single body part, and we drank beer the whole time.
And we drank beer the whole time, brother. I don't know about you guys, but that is not the original Hulk Hogan. And if you think it is, if you think that the guy who was giving that speech is the same dude as that, and that's just a year of health decline, well, congratulations, you're a fucking retard and you don't belong here. Anyone who thinks that the guy who delivered that speech is also this dude, these are like two different dudes right here. Whatever this is I think a version of Hulk Hogan, like an imposter that they must have tested out. And I think this version failed the BS detector. And so maybe they decided to get rid of the Hulkster off the world stage because this version was not working, brother. So who knows? Maybe the original Hulkster died or got pulled off the world stage, and then they swapped him out with this version. But this is a lot different energy than the guy that we just looked at who gave the speech for Trump.
The only problem was it wasn't real American beer. But now we got real American beer.
I'm excited for beer. What young wrestlers right now do you see that, like, man, you see?
Now I want everyone to pay close attention. So the reporter's asking him, what young wrestlers do you see right now that are up and comers and have talent? And watch Hulk Hogan, like, come up with these guys who are wrestlers right now and totally, like, promote them basically and not fucking talk trash about any of them. Whereas if anyone knows anything about wrestling, it sucks right now, and it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. And none of the current guys are that good. So for Hulk Hogan to, like, promote all these new guys and remember all their names on the spot, yeah, that's not something Hulk would have ever done.
A lot of potential. And is there any guys you're a fan of currently, or?
Well, there's a couple of Americans there that Trump loves that we've been talking business with. So.
Wrestlers wise. WWE.
WWE. Okay.
Is there any wrestlers that?
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah,
He got confused by the question, even like he almost didn't know how to answer it.
There's a couple of Americans there that Trump loves that we've been talking business with. So.
Wrestlers wise. WWE.
WWE. Okay.
Is there any?
WWE. Oh, yeah. Okay. Look at this. What the fuck is going on?
Wrestlers that.
Wrestlers
wise. WWE.
WWE. Okay.
Is there any wrestlers that?
Deer in the headlights. Deer in the headlights.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many. Yeah, name some, Hulk.
It's like the talent that you're like, man, I see a little. I mean, obviously, a lot of these wrestlers got something.
We need you to name some wrestlers who you like and you think are up and coming superstars, Hulk. Guy pretending to be Hulk. Can you do that?
From you, who do you want? Like, it's like you see that has that Hulk potential, that Rock potential, that Stone Cold, that next superstar potential.
What are you talking WWE wise? What?
He's asking who has the Stone Cold and the Rock potential. You know, like to be like the biggest name in the business and sell a huge amount of merch. Nobody right now in wrestling has that ability. That's why the WWE is failing right now. And they're tanking and their show sucks donkey dicks. Anybody who's watched wrestling in the last few months, it's the worst product they've had maybe ever. And so Hulk Hogan here, he's got to like come up with like some reasons and some guys that he likes for a product that sucks donkey dicks. This ought to be cute.
You're hitting on now is an attraction. You're not talking about a superstar, because superstars, there's many, many of them.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll get hurt and they'll bring another superstar in. The attractions are what the WWE is looking for, and they got a good eye for finding somebody that has.
They got a good eye for finding a super. Name one, dipshit.
The hit factor. You know, they get Seth Rollins line.
Seth Rollins, yeah, dude. Seth Rollins ain't a huge draw. In fact, people don't really like him that much. They sing his stupid entrance song. Seth Rollins. How many of you guys have heard of Seth Rollins? Is he a global superstar? No, he's not. Seth Rollins will never transcend wrestling and become a Hollywood superstar. Next.
They got Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is actually someone who got into wrestling that actually does get a reaction from the crowd and is good in the ring and actually cuts a good promo. I hate to say it, you guys. Logan Paul is the best wrestler in the WWE right now. Isn't that fucking sad? Logan Paul. He's like the best guy in the business. I hate to say it, but Logan Paul, he's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. People boo for him and hate him. Probably the best guy in the fucking business. Very sad state of affairs.
Lined up who's fresh off
Sure,
the
it's
block.
good.
I mean, they got a lot of good, Roman Reigns is really, really hot. I could go on Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes sucks donkey dicks. Nobody likes Cody Rhodes.
On and on and on, but it's going to be the survival of the quickest draw, because once you get on that level, everybody's gunning for you. I don't care what the storyline is. You got to make your own breaks when you get to that level. You got to outthink the office. You got to outthink the business. You got to outthink the company. And once you get on that level, you got to make your own breaks.
All right, Davey D. Davey D, since you are a fan of the Hulkster and you've seen him throughout his career and you've done your own Hulkster impression, Davey D, what do you think? I'm getting a imposter vibe here from this dude, totally. Like, this is some other fucking body double fucking wannabe Hulk Hogan here. Some dude in a mask. This ain't Terry Bollea. Here's the thing. I'm not going to compliment Logan Paul except when it comes to pro wrestling. When it comes to pro wrestling, he's fucking fantastic. I wanted to hate him, but he totally is doing it better than any of the other guys on the roster. I hate to say it, but he's fucking great at pro wrestling. God damn it. His products are garbage. He's a total industry plant piece of shit. But Logan Paul is fucking good at wrestling. He is. It sucks to say that, but it's true. But check it out. This was the last version of Hulk. These eyes just look very strange to me. It almost looks like this is like some sort of a mask. And then the body frame looks a lot smaller. So check it out. It looks like the head's too big for the body. And he's not talking about any health issues he's having in this interview. So he's not like, oh, I've lost a lot of weight, brother. And I'm not feeling too good lately, brother. I have some health issues I need to work on, brother. No, nothing.
Two last things. Where do you keep all the? I used to have tons of Hulk merchandise, the buddies, and where do you have a room that you just have all the Hulk merchandise at?
Well, where I live in Clearwater, Florida, we have a retail store.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's Wrestling Shop. I got a bar there called Hogan's Hangout also, and we have like storage places, around Clearwater Beach with all my stuff in pinball machines, wrestling buddies, yellow boots with Andre the Giant's.
Sorry, but this guy right here is not 6'5", and the original Hulkster Terry Bollea was 6'5". He was every bit 6'5", because if you go watch Rocky 3 when he was in the ring with Sylvester Stallone, he was like a giant compared to Sylvester Stallone. So if you take a 6'5" dude and you stick him next to Rocky, like in Rocky 3, you'll see how big Hulk Hogan was. Go back and watch Rocky 3. That's the original Terry Bollea. This guy right here is not Terry Bollea. So when you get older, you don't shrink this much. You might lose weight and not be as buff when you stop losing steroids. That's a given. But you won't height-wise shrink down 5 or 6 inches. And this person right here is not 6'5". I know somebody will be like, you can't tell. Yes, I can tell. This is not a 6'5" individual that we're looking at on screen here. The head is way too big for the body, brother. Looks like a dude in a fucking mask. With like fake contact lenses, brother. Oh, look at this. Look at the necklace here. Somebody just pointed out the necklace. Look at this. Ha! Ah! Look at this. He's got a neck roll going over the fucking necklace. How many old guys do you know has a neck roll that goes over their necklace like that? Oh my God. So many. Every time you just stare at the details, it just pops out. When you really look at it, the details will just tell you the truth. So anyone who's like, oh, Jake, you're crazy to think that these guys' deaths were scripted. He's old. He had health issues. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Keep doing mental gymnastics while I show all the proof that it's scripted bullshit. This final guy who they're saying is Hulk Hogan wasn't even Hulk Hogan. Linda Hogan pretending to cry. Brooke Hogan not looking like Brooke Hogan no more. Oh, but wait, there's more. Got another video with Brooke Hogan looking like she's wearing a motherfucking mask. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. Let me show you Brooke Hogan wearing a motherfucking mask. And then I'll let anyone in the chat who thinks that that's crazy tell me that that's just how an old version of Brooke looks. All right, check it out. My theory is Brooke has been replaced and Hulk got replaced. Check it out.
Growing up, like, people wanted to be your friend just so that they can come over and see your 18,000 square foot house.
Pay attention right here. Look at this. Look at this. These eyes right here above the eyes. Pay close attention.
And like be around your dad. I'm just curious because I didn't grow up with famous parents, so I have no idea what that would be like.
Yeah, I will say just in general, I think when you're in the position.
Whoa! Whoa! Look at this! Whoa! Jake, that's Brooke Hogan. She's old now. She's old now, dude. That's the same Brooke Hogan. Look at this. These wrinkles on the eyelids. You can't have a perfectly smooth forehead and then wrinkles on your eyelids like that. Perfectly smooth, no pores face, but then your eyelids look like they're fucking made of latex. Sorry, not fooling me.
That we're in, it happens, you know.
Whoa, dude.
I mean, it still happens. People think that it's something else. And that's the thing that I think is so misconstrued or misunderstood about fame, right? Is that they think immediately if you're famous, you must be rich, or immediately if you're a daughter of somebody that you just have it easy. Or
and she went no contact with her dad and mom and her dad's second and third and fourth and fifth wives or whatever, right? And then she went and had twins behind everyone's back. And then Entertainment Tonight had the inside scoop and the still shots. And then we get this. Guys, at what point do you go, holy shit, this is fucking weird? Hulk Hogan's whole life might have just been some big work, some scripted bunch of bullshit. And then his daughter even, like, what in the fuck?
If you have all these cars and houses, you know, that's just, oh, it must be nice. I'm like, hey, I can't help that my parents picked that, you know, but all I remember is it was a pain in the butt to upkeep, and I would never, you know, I always tell people, it's like, you can have.
Here's my thing, bro. No woman is going to allow herself to have these wrinkly eyebrows that look like a fucking latex mask, right? But then have a perfectly smooth forehead. Like anyone who's like over the age of 30, you should have lines on your forehead. No way should you have like a perfectly fucking smooth forehead, right? Like, so why is she having these eyelids that look like they're fucking made of latex, but then like not a single pore on her face, not a single fucking line anywhere? And then of course the cheeks, the facial structure just looks very strange, very alien-like, very plastic-like.
Billions of dollars and have some sort of lawsuit or some sort of thing.
The colors, camera angle. We know what AI is capable of. Guys, can we even say that this is a real Brooke?
And lose it all, you know, and it's like, that's when you really find out who your friends are, who stands by you, like what you're made out of, you know. Are you going to go get a job?
Oh shit, I just realized I missed a bunch of super chats. We'll put Brooke on hold for a minute while I go back and snag some super chats. My bad to anybody who sent the super chats. I got carried away. I told you guys there was going to be a bunch of shit tonight that you weren't going to expect, that nobody else is talking about. There's people who will be like, oh, you just repeat the same thing every week. Oh, yeah, I don't ever remember talking about Brooke Hogan being replaced before. So this is definitely new shit. Tammy Z, super sticker. Thank you very much, Tammy Z. Awesome, awesome. I got a few more, and we'll get right back to this Hulk Hogan stuff. And then we'll move on to Ozzy. The Ozzy stuff's even more crazy than this. Shady Davy D said, hyper-realistic mask on an AI bot. It's both. It's a guy in a mask and AI. It's an AI guy in a mask bot. All I can say is that it ain't right and it ain't natural. Something ain't fucking right about what we're looking at, y'all. Not in any way, shape, or form. And somebody else made a comment about Alex Jones. I'm going back to get it right now. Texas Grown said, happy birthday, Jake. Thank you very much, Texas Grown. Said, dude, Alex Jones has been doubled. Seen an old and new side by side last night. Skin Mask Jones is real. Bro, I covered it in a few different streams, and I've made 2 different videos about it. So you're talking to the dude who's like the leader in that subject. In fact, let me pull it up real quick right now. I just happen to have this sitting right here. Brother. So you got Bill Hicks on the left, Alex Jones from like 20 years ago on the right, and then the new version of Alex Jones. And the new version of Alex Jones has these like light blue, sky blue eyes. And the old version of Alex Jones has more dark eyes, more like hazel brownish. And then Bill Hicks definitely does not have blue eyes, right? So definitely some funky shit. It ain't Bill Hicks no more, that's for sure. But yeah, I have 2 different videos on this, and I've done full live stream breakdowns of Alex Jones promoting Tesla and Trump, and then Alex Jones crying in the car. In fact, I am like the top guy in the world breaking this conspiracy down, in my opinion. Let me get rid of that. So I can do the classic version of Alex Jones, the one that seems like he was in the WWE at one point. The old Alex Jones who used to cut a promo. Folks, I'm sick and goddamn tired of this damn globalist deep state cabal syndicate. You know what I'm fixing to do? I'm fixing to eat my neighbor's ass. I'm going to size them up, haul them up. I'm going to take my neighbor's ass, and I'm going to grind up my neighbor's ass into little bitty baby bits, and I'm going to feed my neighbor's ass to my children. My babies will not go hungry. I'm going to grind up my neighbor's ass tomorrow, and I'm going to feed my babies, and then I'm going to take the leftover of my neighbor's ass, and I'm going to put it in the freezer, save it for later. That's right, I'm going to spend the entire summer eating my neighbor's ass. So there's that Alex Jones, classic Alex Jones. But then we have new Alex Jones, who sounds like this. Folks, if we can't trust Trump, I don't know who we can trust. I think I'm going to sit in my car. I think I'm going to cry. I think I might puke. I'm serious. I'm about to puke right now. Folks, I can't even put on my suit and tie. I can't even go to the studio. I think I'm just going to sit here in my car and make faces, cry. This is the new Alex Jones. I'm sad, and I want to puke. My mouth is wet. Seriously, about to puke right now. Can't even go into work. Too sad. Feel like I'm going to cry. Right? That's the new fucking Alex Jones, right? The cucked, castrated version of Alex Jones with the fucking light blue eyes. Yeah, notice the difference? Folks, this is the original version of Alex Jones that everybody knows and everybody loves. And then this is the cut version. It's going to cry. It's going to puke. Yeah, see? So I'm the only man in the world right now doing the two different distinct Alex Jones voices. I don't know another man who's anywhere near me in this department as far as this subject is concerned about pointing out Alex Jones being replaced. In fact, the version of Alex Jones in the car about to puke and cry, if you look at the head, looks like it's a fucking AI Alex Jones, like not even a real dude. If you really look closely, it looks like his head glitches and morphs. So when you start seeing a guy that doesn't sound like Alex Jones and doesn't look like Alex Jones and his fucking head starts to morph and glitch, you have to assume you might be looking at an AI man. But you go around saying Alex Jones has been replaced by an AI man, people might think you're crazy, right? Well, they can think whatever they want, but this is one guy who pays attention to detail. This is one of the few places where you're going to get the truth about this sort of thing. Shills aren't allowed to talk about this at all. All right. Thank you for the super chat and the message about Alex Jones. Totally, I agree with you 100%. And I recommend everyone go watch my videos about Alex Jones being replaced. All right. Moving on. All right. So I think we covered Hulk Hogan, and now we can move on to Ozzy. Hulk replaced. Hulk's in the big club. Trump connection to Hulk. Roddy, Hogan. Hulk touches Brooke's butt. Brooke being replaced. That's a lot of shit, right? And guess what? We've only got to half of what we're going to look at. The other half, the Ozzy stuff, even more fucking crazy. Are you guys ready to have your mind blown out of your asshole yet again? By the greatest truther and comedian who ever fucking lived? I think you are. I hope you are. It's my birthday. That's right. This is what I do on my birthday. I blow your fucking mind and make you laugh and entertain the living shit out of your ass. I entertain the living shit out of your ass. That's a weird thing to say, but it's true. All right, let's move on to Ozzy. All right, y'all. Okay. Let's look at where do I want to start with Ozzy? Several different clips. Let's take a look at Ozzy at his final show. That's what we'll do. All right. So we'll cut the sound and we'll just take a look. Some images. So that's Ozzy just before he died, right? Doing his farewell show. Good thing he didn't die just before his farewell show, right? Good thing Hulk Hogan and Theo Huxtable and Ozzy didn't all die like 2-3 days before this concert on the same day. That would have really fucked things up, right? To have all three of them die on the same day. Good thing they died on separate days so we could spend an entire day mourning each of them and nobody's death overshadows the other, right? How convenient. So yeah, guys, he was so unhealthy but he still had the ability to perform one last farewell show because he's so epic, so legendary, so heroic, such a rock and roll god. He took the last bit of energy he had in his dying body and performed this one last show. Devil horns up in the air. Indeed. That guy's going to cry. That guy's going to cry. Or girl guy. Zach Wilde. All right. So check it out. For a guy who's like, you know, supposed to be on his deathbed, not looking all that bad. I know he's sitting and not standing, but still not looking all that bad. Not looking all that bad. That's all I got to say is looks alone doesn't really look deathly ill. And people who are deathly ill cannot perform a rock and roll show, even sitting down. So the story that he heroically and legendarily went up on stage and did this farewell show with the last bit of energy he had before he died, yeah, totally a bunch of scripted bullshit. And you're not going to fool me with that. But there's a bunch of loser sheep who like to be like, Ozzy's so epic and legendary. He did a farewell show and then he died. I love him and I'm going to miss him. R.I.P. Ozzy. I'm going to go on my Facebook and share a picture of Ozzy and I'm going to virtue signal how sad I am about Ozzy Osbourne dying. Guess whose bubble is about to get bursted right now? You guys ready for this? Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be so funny. Some of you guys you're going to shit your pants, man. Metaphorically speaking. You guys ready for this? Okay, guys. I want you to meet Dana Strum, the bassist for Slaughter, the man who discovered Randy Rhoads and who linked Ozzy and Randy Rhoads together. Pay close attention and listen very closely.
From the Sweet and from other bands that had, you know, various records out there. And for whatever reasons, I was very hell-bent on English Black Sabbath, the real Black Sabbath. And for me, the real Black Sabbath was early Ozzy.
So this is the guy credited for linking up Randy Rhoads and Ozzy. And here he is telling the story. Does this guy look like anyone familiar to you? No? Doesn't look like anyone you might know who might have recently died?
And for whatever reasons, I was very hell-bent on English Black Sabbath. I really, in the end, been for that. We all thought, you know, what is that? You either hated Black Sabbath or you... And someone had said, you gotta go see this. It's basically, it's Black Sabbath. See, good. And so he came in and he was in need. He was in need of doing what he wanted to do. The only thing was, of course, I don't think at the time he even knew what he wanted to do. He was out of it, was gone to me or anybody. And it was as though it was basically as though it was a setup, and it absolutely was. Of this way out, it's the Le Parc Hotel. It became the famous place that he wrote about many, many times. And for whatever reason, that is you, isn't it? He's like, yes. I'm like, no, I already heard it. He's like, I've got a list. He had a list.
Did you guys hear that?
He's like, I've got a list.
Oh, he does his own little impression of Ozzy. How about that?
He had a list.
He had a list.
Of guitar players.
Of guitar players.
Like, can I see the list? Yeah.
One more time.
Of guitar players. Like, can I see the list? Yeah.
Are you guys starting to put two and two together? Are you guys starting to put 2 and 2 together, or do I need to fucking go further? I think I need to go further. Some of you guys still don't get it yet, do you?
Had no way to get there. No plan. Just hands me a list. He says, we're going to go see these people.
Who did that sound like, you guys? That sounded pretty good, that impression. That almost sounded like Ozzy.
Just hands me a list. He says, we're going to go see these people.
So he knows Ozzy and has known Ozzy. He's the guy who linked up Ozzy and Randy Rhoads. And he does an impression of Ozzy, you guys. Oh, wow. And he kind of looks like Ozzy. Gee, are you guys thinking what I'm thinking right now? Did this guy perform the final concert? Is that possible that this dude, Dana Strum, was Ozzy at the final show? I don't know. Maybe.
I said, well, I know a few of these people. Nope. I said, but I have the guy. He's like, no. The record company at the time that was owned by Don Arden, Sharon's at the time father, and always would be her father, gave him a proposed list of people. One of the people on the list was a phenomenal guitar player I had never seen, but when I did, my jaw fell on the floor. Gary Moore.
So he goes on to tell the story that he links up Ozzy with Randy Rhoads. So guys, this was years ago that this interview was shot. So think of an older version of this guy dressed up like fucking Ozzy Osbourne. Hello? Oh, wait, but there's more. Anyone who thinks that's stupid, that's not proof of anything. Oh, yeah? You ain't seen nothing yet. So, Randy Rhoads, right? Let's go ahead and type in Randy Rhoads into my search bar here. All right. Randy Rhoads, guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne. The one whose riffs and solos made his music awesome. All right. All right. Randy Rhoads died a long time ago. Now, check this out. Somebody brought this to my attention last night. There's a lady named Randy Rhoads with an I instead of a Y, who's just about the exact same age as Randy Rhoads with a Y. Oh my God. What in the fuck did I just stumble the fuck onto right here? Randy Rhoads with an I, Randy Rhoads with a Y. Oh, and guess what? This lady has a TV show or a podcast or something that was recently canceled. Randy Rhoads. Same name, only spelled different with one letter. What in the fuck is going on here? Is that just a coincidence? Check this out, check this out, check this out. "66 years old!" And she was born in 1959 with the 2 9s that you can flip into 6s. 666666666, right? There you go. Oh, wait, but there's more. All I got to do is just change this to a Y, right? And then, right? Or no, not death, but age. My bad. He was born in 1956. So only 3 years older than Randy Rhoads with an I. 1956, 1959. She's 66 years old. Randy Rhoads. What in the fuck? I didn't know that there was a Randy Rhoads, a lady, who's like almost the exact same age and kind of looks enough like Randy Rhoads, the dude. Oh, yeah, in the 66. I mean, you guys, so getting a little strange, right? Oh, yeah. Now let's go back to Dana Strum. The guy who kind of looks like Ozzy and linked up Ozzy and Randy Rhoads. So here's Dana Strum with Ozzy. Guys, this motherfucker sang the final show. In my head, that's the dude who played Ozzy at the final show. So anyone want to talk about how their deaths aren't scripted? Anyone want to act like what I just showed you doesn't fucking blow your mind just a little bit? Shady Davy D. LaFleur said, this is the #1 truther channel on YouTube. I went down this rabbit hole last night and I was like, holy shit. This dude right here does an impression of Ozzy. He's the one who linked up Ozzy and Randy Rhoads. Out of all the people who are going to pretend to be Ozzy, I don't think you can find a better guy. In the final concert, Ozzy was looking like his face was a little fat, right? So the final Ozzy show, that the face is looking a little fat, which would make sense that it's this fucking Strum dude, right? Check it out. So all you got to do is put black around his eyes, give him the Ozzy mask, and then all he's got to do is go up there and act like his old friend Ozzy. And they have him sit, and he doesn't have to hit any notes. All he has to do is just mumble, right? And people will be like, oh, he's old. He's giving it his best shot. How heroic. Not so heroic if you find out that it's Dana Strum pretending to be fucking Ozzy, right? But, you know, it's easy to just dismiss everything I've shown here and call me a crazy cuckoo conspiracy theorist. Yeah, bro, come on. Anyone want to dismiss everything I've shown here and say Hulk and Ozzy died for real because they're old? Okay. Okay. Dismiss everything I've shown here. Two guys who tie back to the WWF. Ozzy got to sing his shit and get a personal promotion by the WWF. The WWF only promotes industry plants. So who does the WWF promote right now? Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's getting promoted by the WWF right now. Jelly Roll's an industry plant who's shoved down our throats. He's one of those guys that even if you're not looking for him, they'll find you and shove him in your fucking face.
I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I'm going to go feud with Logan Paul on the WWF. Now I'm going to get me some new fans. I'm a liar.
Oh, who else did WWE promote? Travis Scott, the worst fucking musician of this generation, right? You can't even call him a musician. WWE promoted Travis Scott and made his Fiend song the soundtrack for WrestleMania, and they played it fucking 1,000 times. So the WWE promoted Ozzy, and they promoted a shitload of other talentless hack industry plants. What are the odds? Hulk and Ozzy both have a fucking reality TV show about their family where they put on an act and pretend to do all this stupid shit in front of the cameras. Guys, come on. anyone believing that this shit isn't scripted, you don't belong here. You belong watching the fucking mainstream news on television with the dying boomers. And we still have some time to get into Theo Huxtable drowning. Yeah, because the guy from the Cosby Show, he drowned. He's also a celebrity, right? So not nearly as exciting to go down that rabbit hole. But if we look into that story, I'm guessing it's going to be ridiculous. So I figured if you guys want, we could look into Malcolm-Jamal Warner drowning. And I'll bet you if we just scratch the surface, we'll find some ridiculous bullshit there too. And to be honest, I didn't even look in that direction yet. And I already know we will find some fucking weird shit if we go look. Yeah, so Ryler05 says Brooke was way prettier than that girl. That person in the other two videos that they are claiming is Brooke does not resemble the daughter that Hulk was rubbing oil on, right? So I think here's my thoughts. Hulk and Brooke might be a couple. Like Hulk and his daughter might be an item, and they might be living their life over on Celebrity Island. Meanwhile, you had the replacement imposter Hulk, and then Brooke being replaced by some fucking imposter, right? Now the Hulk character's dead, and you have some fake Brooke. Meanwhile, the real Brooke and Hulk might be living happily ever after as a father-daughter couple on Celebrity Island. So that might be an actual possibility. If you go back and you look at the way Hulk used to touch and look at his daughter, it's not really that big of a leap. Bo Perkins says, please do NFL fanboy impression. Happy birthday. Thank you for the birthday wishes. All right, we'll do some, what's that guy's name? Tom Grossi. We'll do some fucking fanboy Tom Grossi. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I really hope that we can go back to the Super Bowl, but I hope we don't lose this time. I hope we win. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and we won the Super Bowl because we're the best football team. I was so happy when we won the Super Bowl. I helped the Eagles win the Super Bowl by watching on TV and cheering so much. The Eagles play better when I stay positive the whole game and when I cheer really loud. I helped the Eagles win. That's why I get to say that we won the Super Bowl. Because I'm part of the team. I sit and watch on TV and I wear the jersey, and then they play football on TV and we are the same thing. So when the Eagles win, I include myself and I say that we won. I hope that we beat the Cowboys this year. I hope we sweep them. I hate the Cowboys, and I really hope we win. There you go. There you go. Gotta love those fanboys who say we. They include themselves in the fucking team's victory. And then if the team loses a bunch, that's when it becomes a they. They didn't execute. They played really shitty. I hope they don't play like that next week. And then if they come out and look great and they win, we looked great. Our defense was awesome. Our run defense was extra great. Guys, we're like a month and a half away from we season. Bo Perkins says, sent my nephew your videos. He's an Eagles fan. Yeah, I'll bet you he like has some sort of memorabilia for the pretend championship, right? So guys who get memorabilia, you know, like something to hang on the wall, you know, a trophy or whatever. So whatever stupid, you know, a commemorative football or whatever. It's a fucking pretend accomplishment that they didn't do fucking anything for. How big of a fucking loser do you have to be to have like a fucking celebratory fucking Eagles championship banner on your wall for a pretend accomplishment?
That's like celebrating fucking Hulk Hogan winning championships, right? On your wall as an adult. And one baller says, can you explain gravity and space in good detail? I don't believe in what they call gravity. So what is explained to us as gravity, the thing that keeps us stuck to the supposed planet, I don't believe in that, as they say. And I don't believe in outer space. So I don't think that if you keep going up, that suddenly you pop out into space and start floating. So there is no magical line that you can go up, 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 and then start floating. So there is no magic floaty land. There is no outer space. And then according to the laws of gravity, you're stuck to the planet. And when you jump, gravity causes you to come back down. Unless you go up high enough, then there's no gravity to keep you stuck to the planet, and then you float. But you can't prove that. Only the government gets to go to magic floaty land. Only Elon Musk and the government gets to go to magic floaty land. In fact, Elon Musk personally doesn't even go. So if you think about it, only the government gets to go to the place where you get to float. You don't get to do that, right? Oh, and then celebrities. The celebrities get to ride on the penis head, and they get to float for like 10 seconds. But they don't get to float around in actual outer space. They just get to float around in a penis capsule for 30 seconds and come back down and pretend like they went to space. So if you really think about it, everything they've ever showed you about outer space is fake, because there is no space. And furthermore, what they tell you about gravity really doesn't make any sense, that you're going to go up high enough to a certain point where then you float. There's no more gravity. It's like there is gravity, but there's not. When you get to outer space, there's no gravity. That's why you float. But there's gravity that makes these planets go around the sun. So when you're out in floaty land, planets go around the sun, right? And the galaxies shoot through the infinite space vacuum at insane speeds. But you don't feel any of that. No. Gravity, brother. It looks like there's somebody who sent me a heart super chat, and I totally missed it. Let me go back and thank that person. Gottis rates Jake a perfect 10. Jake the Asshole is one of the best looking chads online that I have ever seen. And the main reason for this is because he has real, genuine hair growing out of his head, whereas I, of course, wear a hair system for men. Jake the Asshole is superior to me in every way, shape, or form, and he is incredibly much, literally, a perfect 10. He is the best looking Chad that I have ever seen, so to speak. I'm going to glaze myself while doing a Goatus impression. Gotta love it. Turner TV 21 with a heart. Thank you. I appreciate that. On a lovely birthday evening stream. Petro Chico coming in with a donation. Actually, Bo Perkins says, let's go NFL this year and argue with fans. My dime. Thank you very much, Bo. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing strategic scripted picks this year. I'm not going to pick every game. I learned my lesson. Picking every game is no good. It's no good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and strategically key in on the spreads that don't make sense. And I'm going to give you like 3 scripted picks per week. But you got to be a member. That's right. You got to become a member. $2 a month will get you all the scripted picks each week. But I'm only going to do like 3 picks per week. And I'm only going to strategically locate what I think are the best ones. So rather than me have to like figure out who wins a 50-50 game between two shit teams that there's not that much money on the line. Yeah, I don't want to have to do that. I want to find the spreads that don't make sense. I want to find the games that look like traps, and I want to key in on those. And I think if I only do like 3 picks per week, I think my record will be way better than me trying to pick every single game. Trying to pick every single game is a pain in the ass, and I don't want to do it. But I think if I look at the slate of games each week, I can go through and find a spread or two that just doesn't add up. And I think if we do a weekly show where we put our heads together, me and the disgruntled sports fans, we could probably figure out, you guys could even help me, which games are most likely to go down a certain way. So I think strategic picks is the way to go. And I got to be honest, I want to stick it to the NFL this year. I'm a little pissed off with the way they got me last year. So my plan this year, we're going to stick it to the motherfucking NFL. And if my picks start to go sour, I'll just stop doing it. So if I start having a negative record after 3-4 weeks or whatever, I'll just cut it off. But if we're looking good and I'm getting most of the picks right, we're going to be making money on this motherfucker. You best believe. All right. So there you go. That's my promise. I'm going to help people fucking beat that league this year. And if it goes sour, I'll cut it off after only like a month or whatever. If I can't beat the NFL after like the first 4 weeks consistently with the strategic picks, then I'll just stop doing it. Farukas Golden Goose. Farukas Golden Goose. I like the name. I want a golden goose. I need a golden goose. Remember her? Mike Gestald said, Russell Brand describing space. Not only is space the final frontier, but it is inconceivably, in conjunction gruatively, one of the only places where, scientifically, man's mind can expand evolutionally along with time and space itself, while it expands to greater vertical horizons beyond the scope of what we even know our personal boundaries even exist. And the nearest galaxy with the nearest quasi-superstar nebula may be being sucked into a black hole with the quasi-central vertices of the centrifugal force of this great nature, incongruent to the underlying circumstances which we all diabolically disassociate with in this diabolical diatribe in which I disassociatively, unappreciatively disintegrate my in-depth imperceptibility, the in conjunction gruatively stimulate. All right. There you go. Started to run out of big words. Russell Brand describing some space for that ass. That is why I like to translate for Stephen Hawking, because he knows all about outer space, even though he's never been to space. And I also love to hang out with astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, who has also never personally been to space, to prove any of the things that he is supposedly an expert in the field of. Hold on, let me go back and get some super checks. Looks like I might have missed a few even. Petro Chico, happy birthday. I think I got that one. Farukas, Mike, Bo Perkins, Holden. Okay, Holden's up next. All right, then I see the one that just came in from Simone. I'm going to get to that one just after I finish getting to Holden and Dispassionate Observer. All right, Holden says, happy birthday. Please do impression of Sport Guy. Who's Sport Guy? Is that like a character? Sport Guy? Okay. I don't know who Sport Guy is, but I just looked up on the channel on YouTube. I'm guessing this is probably who you're talking about. Is this person?
Welcome, Marvel fans, to our deep dive into the complex family trees of some of the Fantastic Four's most iconic characters.
Okay, that's an AI voice.
Half brother. Reed's heart belongs to his wife.
I hope this isn't who you're talking about, Holden, because that's most definitely an AI voice. Okay. Well, what is it that you're wanting me to do an impression of? I don't know who Sport Guy is, Holden. This is what I found. This was the first channel that I found on YouTube. So I'm not sure. Okay. Holden's got a link for me. And I'll get to the other super chats right after I finish this one up. Okay. Some NFL picks guy, huh?
Detroit Lions. And I'm going to try and keep my cool here because I lost it last week, but it's going to be tough because there's some teams that really irritate me. And the Detroit Lions are right up there. Detroit 0-2, lost to Green Bay.
And I'm going to try to keep my cool, but there's some teams here that really irritate me. Detroit Lions is one of those teams. I'm one of these guys who thinks that football's real, and I can't figure out why a team that looks good will then suddenly lose to a crappier team. I just can't quite figure out that these games are scripted and pretend, because I'm a fucking idiot, and I wear my hat backwards, and I think that these games are real. I'm going to try and trick people into watching my picks, and I hope that they listen to me and they join my Patreon. I'm going to wear this backwards hat because I'm a real fucking awesome football fan and I know a lot about football.
They were up 14-3 at the end of the first quarter.
They were up 14-3. 14 points. Let me repeat. They were up 14-3. And then they went on to fucking lose. I will never trust the Detroit Lions ever fucking again being up 40 points. I mean, come on, these guys are choke artists here.
Then they got outscored 39-7 the rest of the way.
Then they got outscored 39-7. I think football's real, and I'm totally catering to a bunch of moronic fools who are listening to me talk about why I don't like the Lions right now. There you go. Just for you, buddy. I've never heard of this guy before, but he seems like a real piece of shit. All right, so that takes care of Holden. Let's get to the next super chat, which is Dispassionate Observer. I think he wants me to do an Eric Dubé impression. Speaking of Eric Dubé, he's not doing so well anymore. His channel is looking like it's starting to struggle. Poor guy. Believe it or not, talking about flat earth nonstop over and over and not talking about much else. Yeah, it gets old after a while. Danny Diesel says, Jaron wishing you a happy birthday. Hey guys, Jaron here. Even though I don't like Jake the Asshole, since I'm always honest, I'm going to wish him a happy birthday. You guys, Jake the Asshole does great work, and he is the funniest guy in the world. I'm always honest. I'd be lying if I said that Jake the Asshole wasn't the funniest comedian in the world. And because I'm a great guy, I'm Jaron, and I'm always honest. I'm going to wish him a happy birthday because I want to virtue signal that I'm better than everyone else. Now I'm going to go get high and do a trivia show that less than 1,000 people watch. I'm Jaron, you guys. My channel's irrelevant. Nobody watches me anymore. I want to wish Jake a happy birthday. I'm Jaron. Dispassionate Observer. Dubé quit being vegan. Did he? Or are you wanting me to do a impression of Dubé quit being vegan? Hold on, let me pull up Dubé real quick because you guys, I actually used to be a fan of Dubé, and his recent video telling people to like go do video game activism is fucking pathetic. And I'll explain why. And his view count on the video, fucking pathetic. And I'll explain why. So guys, how the mighty have fallen. Mystical Eric Dubé, who woke everybody up to the flat earth, right? His latest video got 6,500 views. Video game activism, doing good while having fun. You guys, Eric Dubé is literally telling people to go play video games and try and wake up video gamers.
Kind of rambling on and spitting out facts and going from subject to subject that covers them in a way that just kind of assaults the video game listener. And I think a lot of people must come out the other end thinking two things. First, they're like, man, that guy's kind of crazy.
I kind of wanted to talk also about just like the whole awakening journey and
one of the ways you can do flat earth activism is by playing video games in your mother's basement and trying to wake up other video gamers who are wasting their life in their mother's basement. Nothing is more important than the flat earth truth. So you should spend your time trying to wake up gamers who are too busy living in an alternate reality where they play video games all day. Men who are too scared to go out and face the world are the ones you should be trying to wake up right now. Gee, I wonder why that video didn't resonate with so many people. Look, there's where heroic flat earth guru Eric is suggesting that you go play video games like him. That's what Eric's doing. Eric doesn't go live. Eric Dubé never goes live. Instead, he's playing video games, trying to wake up the gamers. What a fucking fraud. I told you he was a goddamn fraud and a shill. And now, yeah, his channel's tanking. Mr. 225,000 subs, struggling to get views all of a sudden. I'm going to have to ask for your personal help. I need you to share my channel because nobody wants to watch me play video games and try and wake up people playing video games.
Anyone still watching that shit? Yeah, you got fucked. Sorry. Yeah, this is the real flat earther who told the real truth and still does and goes live. Eric Dubé won't go live and talk to his own audience. Why? Why won't he go live? It's because he's not allowed. He's a shill. He's a shill who reads a script and he's not allowed to go live. If he goes live, people might ask him questions, tough questions, and he doesn't answer tough questions live because he's a fucking shill and he can only read his script. That's why Eric Dubé doesn't go live. Why doesn't he go out on the streets and do activism? I've done flat earth activism out on the streets. Eric never once has went out on the streets and talked flat earth to anyone. And I don't think he ever will. But there's still some people who think he's some sort of flat earth lord. Flat earth guru. Yeah. Your guru wants you to go play video games. As far as him quit being vegan, I don't know if he like actually stopped being vegan or if this guy wants me to do an impression.
After years of eating a vegan diet, I finally realized that I'm about to die, and so I decided to gorge on animal fat and animal protein. And the first thing that happened was I felt satiated for the first time in many years. And I immediately felt better. I immediately felt signals being sent to my brain that I had just made the healthiest choice of my life. I am hereby proclaiming that I am no longer vegan, and I am no longer going to be promoting the death diet pushed by the New World Order.
All right. Let me go back and get Simone's super chat. And then a few more just came in. Yep. Mr. Script Reading Dubé. Busy playing video games for hours and hours. Trying to wake up fucking gamers. Meanwhile, here I am actually doing a real stream for people. Hold on, let me go back and get super chat from Simone. I totally missed it. Well, I didn't miss it. I saw it, and then I got carried away with these other impressions. My bad, Simone. I really appreciate the very generous super chat. She says, happy birthday, Jake. Can't wait for the fake NFL. FYI, the Bills are favorites for every game this year. Yeah, but that can change rapidly. All they need to do is throw a few scripted injuries in the mix, and those spreads change. And that's one of the ways they manipulate sports bettors. Too many people betting on a team. Oh, guess what? The quarterback has the sniffles, and he might not play. See, they can totally fuck with you and be like, am I going to bet on a team where I don't know if the quarterback's going to play? No, I'm going to bet against them because the quarterback's not going to play, right? And then they have the backup quarterback win. I've seen them mess with that spread in so many really deceptive and manipulative ways that totally proves that they're just messing with the sports bettors' minds to try and trick them into making the wrong move and betting on the wrong side. So, yeah, as far as like them being favorites the whole year, that's interesting. And we'll see if if Josh Allen was to go down in week 2 or 3, how rapidly that would change. Thank you very much, Simone. Very, very generous of Simone. I appreciate that. Happy birthday to me. Thank you to everybody wishing me a happy birthday. I am 42 years old, you guys. I am officially an old-ass man. But come on, I look pretty good for 42, right? All right. Simone. All right. So after that was Bo Perkins. One sec, I'm going to get to all these super chats. I don't like to miss any. So I got to go back and get to them in order. I missed one from Bo Perkins. I got to go back and get. Here it is, finally. Okay, Bo Perkins says, Jake, you have influence. We need you to take down NFL. I can't take down the entire league, bro. That's not going to happen. But I have influenced quite a bit of people to see that it is fake football. And so Holden here and several others, they were big football fans. And now they know that it's fake, phony football. And they'll never, ever be able to see it the same. And so I know I have made an impact on a lot of people's lives, but I'm not going to be able to take down a multi-billion-dollar business. Just me posting videos on YouTube. There's plenty of people who have no idea who I am, who are never going to know who I am. They're never going to see my work. So, 20,000 people, 30,000 people in a week see those videos. That's a fraction of how many people are, watching all the NFL games and who are going to the games and betting on the games. So I have changed some people's lives for the better, and I'm proud of that. But I can't bring down the multi-billion-dollar cabal, and the fact that there's a bunch of diehard sports gamblers, hooked into that shit. There ain't no way they're going away. All right, so there's Bo Perkins. Now I can get to the other super chats. Yeah, guys, I was thinking it would be fun though if I could interview some fans like out front of NFL stadiums and ask them some funny questions about the games possibly being rigged and see what they have to say. And then maybe even show them some clips. Have them like watch some footage of me breaking down an NFL clip and then see what they have to say. But I don't want to have drunken fans attack me, so I would have to really pick and choose the right ones. All right, Dud Bowl Center says, do Hulk Hogan talking to Zach Hubbard and Jaron.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. If you think that the Hulkster is going to stand beside some scammer and some globe cuck, well, then you got another thing coming, brother. The Hulkster is a real flat earth Hulkamaniac, and the Hulkster is a real truther, brother. The Hulkster is a man of truth. The Hulkster would never lie, brother. In fact, Hulkster's mother knows, and the Hulkster's brother knows. The Hulkster's never told a lie, brother. And that's why the Hulkster would never be seen in public with a weasel like Zach Hubbard or a liar like Jaron, brother. In fact, if I was to see these two little weasels, brother, you know what I would do? I would grab their little weaselly heads and I would stick them in between these 24-inch pythons and I would squeeze their head until their little knobs popped off, dude. You know, nothing makes the Hulkster more happy than squeezing a fella's head until his knob pops off and all the little weasel juice comes out, brother, dude. Nothing makes the Hulkster more happy than when he twists a weasel by his knob till his head pops off. Oh, brother, I'm just thinking about it right now. It's getting me all excited, brother. Right now, inside the Hulkster's pants, the little Hulkster rising up, feeling the power of all the little Hulkamaniacs. What you gonna do, brother, when the Hulkamania and the Jacomania team wild on you?
There you go. There's some vintage Hulkster.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm not the type of dude that likes to play around, brother. I like to strap myself to another man so that I can feel what it's like to have the leather attached to my supple, soft skin, brother. This orange skin that I take very delicate professional care of each night, brother. What you gonna do when I get inside the tanning booth and turn orange like Donald Trump, my hero, brother?
Bo Perkins says, storm the field with your name on sign-rigged JTA. No. That would get me arrested, and I absolutely will not get arrested. If they get me behind bars, then there's a chance they could hit me with phony charges and try and turn me into a shill and turn me into a government informant. So I have to stay out of jail at all costs. I cannot allow myself to get arrested. So going out on the field will get you tackled and arrested, and I can't have that happen. And it won't cause the fans to wake up and realize that football's fake. So, if anything, it could bring me a whole lot of trouble and headaches that I don't want. Let me go back and catch up on all these super chats. There's way more than I thought that came in. Dang. All right. Goat Boy is finally where he belongs. Hey guys, I am doing this update from my prison cell. They caught me for hiring a hitman to kill the demon Luna and my son that I did not ever want, Live. And this is simply because I am a bad father. I, of course, want to spend all day long fiddling with my daughter, but now I can't do that either because I got caught for only trying to do what is best for nature. Out in nature, you would, of course, hire a hitman to kill your girlfriend. And of course, if you have a son that is getting more attention from your girlfriend, then of course you would physically abuse that son and try to eliminate him, of course, out in nature. That is why I ended up in prison. But this is only because I am doing what is natural. Happy birthday from Norway. Happy birthday to me from Norway. Birthday to me from Norway. Birthday to me. Dee. Happy birthday to me from Norway. Thank you, Daffy Jane. Hooking me up with some Norway money. Awesome. I don't know what the Norway money is called, but thank you very much. I like all of it. All the super chats from all over the world. Holden says I missed the part that he wanted me to do. Oh, I did. There's a specific part that you wanted me to do, bro. You wanted me to watch the whole video of that guy making football picks, Holden, and do an impression of the entire Holden. It's 56 minutes. What exact part do you want me to do? I'm not going to watch 56 minutes of that guy. So be more specific which part you want me to do. I can't guess. I can't read your mind. And looking at how long the video is, it's an hour long. So you tell me the exact part you want me to go do an impression of, okay? And I'll try and hook you up. Oh, looks like somebody wants me to do a Roseanne impression. So earlier I did Roseanne singing me happy birthday. Let me find the exact super chat. And I do like probably the best Roseanne impression in the world as far as men are concerned. One second. It was a few minutes ago, so I got to go back and find it. Pull it. Here it is. Okay. Hey You says, you bring me joy. Can you do a Roseanne impression? Absolutely.
As you all know, I probably do the best Roseanne impression in the freaking world. Excuse me, in the fucking world. We need to stop these commies from ruining the country. They're going to destroy what MAGA stands for. We need all of the MAGAs and the Anunnaki to stand together. We need all the Nephilims to help us fight back against these fucking commies trying to destroy the United States. I don't know about you, but I know Jake the Asshole does the best Roseanne impression online. In fact, I think if I just keep talking like this and I do my own Roseanne podcast, I could probably cut into Roseanne's podcast ratings, because then people would have to choose between the real Roseanne and the guy who does the impression of Roseanne. I think if I keep doing this fucking impression, maybe people will choose to watch me instead of her.
Imagine if I was to start doing a Roseanne show every day, and I started to cut into her ratings and take half of her crowd.
Imagine if I was to do a better impression of Roseanne than Roseanne can do of herself, and then the majority of her fans came over here and started watching me, Jake, doing the Roseanne impression, and then she would be like, hey, who's this fucking guy doing his fucking impression of me? It's fucking bullshit.
That would be hilarious if I stole Roseanne's remaining audience. She's down to 20,000 people who watch her or so. So there was a time where Roseanne was getting 20 million people a week to watch her on TV. And now here she's on YouTube getting only 20,000 or less views on a video. So if I was to start doing my own Roseanne podcast competing with her, I could maybe steal like half her crowd or more. Wouldn't that be hilarious? It would probably make her very angry.
Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? If I was to steal Roseanne's crowd by doing this voice.
You are one of a kind, Jake. I salute you.
For those about to rock, we salute you.
It looks like somebody wants me to do a Chucky impression. Oh, shit. I haven't seen the Child's Play movies in a long time. Can you do Chucky impression talking to Andy? I'm going to have to pull up a clip because I honestly haven't seen those movies in so long. All right. So when the doll is being like a good boy, he'll be like, "Hi, you want to be my friend till the end? Let's play together. I'll always be here. Let's be best friends." Andy, let's kill that fucking bitch. Your mom's a fucking bitch, Andy, and I want to stab that bitch. Come on, Andy. Be my best friend and help me kill your fucking bitch mom. It'll be so much fun. I mean, Andy, let's be pals. Listen to me. I'm your best friend. Let's kill your fucking mom. She's a stupid whore, Andy. What do you say? And guys, this is a comedy show. I'm doing a Child's Play impression. Okay? Just to make it clear. I don't want anyone to think that I'm threatening any actual lady, because that did sound kind of mean and threatening. So, just making it clear, this is a comedy show. I'm just here to make you laugh and entertain you. This guy wants me to do a Chucky impression. So just because my Chucky impression gets a little intense and I bring up killing someone's mom, doesn't mean that I actually want to do that. It's a big joke and it's all in fun. Okay? All right. So with that said, everybody hit the thumbs up. If you've had a fun time here on my birthday, watching me do voices and break down the Hulk Hogan and Ozzy scripted deaths, hook a brother up with a birthday thumbs up. You know what would be a good birthday present? Thumbs up from every single person watching. We got like 450 people watching. We had 600 people watching earlier at the peak of the stream. So you remaining 450 people, hook me up with a birthday thumbs up, please. Pretty please, with sugar on top. Be your best friend. All right. Chucky impression. All right. Zach W says, can you expose Gary the numbers guy in the future? He is scamming his audience hard. Every time he goes live, he gets tons of $50 super chats for him to do a 30-second numerology reading. Hey, you know what? If people are paying and they're getting something out of it, a sucker is born every day. And so if there's still people at this point listening to Zach and sending him super chats, they're not really getting scammed. They're just fucking retards. You know what I mean? So it's like the information out there that like Zach Hubbard is a scammer. So anyone who like watches his live stream and hears him spout off numbers and then sends Zach Hubbard money, well, then they're stupid and that's what they want to do with their money. And so if somebody wants to light their money on fire and send it to Gary, the numbers guy, or Zach Hubbard for them to spout off numbers, hey, more power to them. You know, people send me money to sing silly songs. So people sometimes will send me $20 or even $50 just to sing a silly song that they've heard me sing a bunch of times before. And so there might be people who think it's dumb to pay me to sing a silly song. But the person who pays me to sing the silly song, if they get enjoyment out of it, well, who are you to say that they're stupid for sending me money to sing a silly song? So for instance, Jonna, Simone, they've sent me generous donations, and all they want is just a silly song. And so then if I sing the silly song and then they like put laughing emojis and say thank you, it's like I gave them what they want. So a bystander might be like, oh my God, I would never pay Jake to sing a stupid song. That's a waste of money. Well, it isn't to them because they enjoyed it and they got something out of it. So it's all about the person sending the money, like what they get out of it. Like I would never get anything out of a Taylor Swift concert, but I totally would get something out of a Blue Oyster Cult concert. So if you offer me a front row ticket to go see Taylor Swift, I'll be like, no thanks. Can I resell it to someone else? But if you offer me a free ticket to watch Blue Oyster Cult, I'm going to be like, yes, I'm totally going. Right? So I buy with my own money tickets to go watch Blue Oyster Cult. But I would never with my own money go buy a ticket to see Taylor Swift. See what I'm saying? So it's all about, what you decide is worth money for you. And so if I'm going to go watch a concert, what am I doing? I'm just listening to music, just experiencing sounds, right? So there's only one band that like I care enough about that I want to like plop down money and then travel and get all fucking excited. And that's BOC. BOC. That's the only band. So as far as like what people do with their money, if there's people who give Gary the Numbers Guy $50, whatever, I guess Gary the Numbers Guy says numbers and makes them feel a certain way that they feel it's worth it. Or maybe that's how he gets paid his shill money, is through super chats. Maybe that's how they launder the shill money. Who knows? Who knows? I have no idea. Gary the Numbers Guy. I don't even think I've seen any of his stuff. Oh, damn it. All right. Okay, first impression, just looking at the dude, looks like a total fucking shill. And then what do we got here? G33, GG33. Yeah, this is some shill shit right here. Just without even playing even a single clip or knowing anything, these are some fucking shills.
Back to the 305 in Q Studios. And again, this podcast is sponsored by the Q app, the best numerology and astrology app. I didn't design it, but it's based off my knowledge, so you can't go wrong. It is what it is. Based off my knowledge, we knew Elon Musk would get fucked up in 2025. And today,
yeah, based on my knowledge, we knew Elon Musk would get fucked up in 2025. Oh, yeah? Why aren't you talking about the fact that Elon Musk is being played by imposters and fucking and AI Elon Musk? How come you don't point out the fact that his beef with Trump was all scripted and fake? Now you're going to talk about that? No?
we're celebrating, man. I'll start talking in clicks pretty soon. Anyways, play this video, man. This is the second one of me basically getting another prediction right. And by the way, this being like this is
by the end of 2025, because Elon Musk is born 1971, the year of the pig. This is the year of the snake, and he will get humble. And you're going to see how this system works. And I'm going to love seeing this replayed by the end of the year. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, will be thrown out of the Trump administration in 2020.
If he's not saying that Musk and Trump are world stage puppets, then he is a fucking shill. He's talking about Elon Musk being the richest man in the world. That's not true. The Rothschilds have actual wealth. Elon Musk is a fucking character who does not even run any of the companies that he supposedly owns. So yeah, the real wealth is somebody like, you know, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. That's actual wealth. Whereas Elon Musk, Trump, that's fake wealth. Huge difference. So there you go. I just exposed that guy. I don't really need to go any further. GG33, schmuck ass fucking sunglasses, talking about Elon Musk and Trump without talking about how they're fucking actors on the world stage. That's all I need to see, Zach. He totally looks like a scammer. Just that little minute that we watched right there, I would never want to watch that guy again, and he's a total fucking scammer shill. That's all I need to see. All right, looks like Holden wants me to go back and watch that one guy real bad. So I got to go back and do that now. He really needs me to do an impression of the Lions pick. Okay, Holden, just for you, buddy.
This is after blowing the lead to Chicago last week. Their defense is like Swiss cheese. They've given up over 1,000 yards the first two games. Defense looks awful.
Their defense looks awful. They've given up 1,000 yards, all right? Every time they give up 100 yards, I'm like, Jesus, what are these guys doing? What are they thinking? And then they give up 1,000 yards. Defense, absolutely atrocious and terrible.
Stafford, another pick six. He's got to go.
Stafford's throwing pick sixes. He's got to go. I could throw better passes than Matt Stafford. I should be out there with my backwards hat.
The Lions haven't won a playoff game since 1991. That's almost 30 years. Stafford's been to the playoffs 3 times. He hasn't won a playoff game at all. Think about that.
This was before Stafford went on to win the Super Bowl with the Rams. I'm going to sit here and talk about how bad Matthew Stafford is. And then 2-3 years later, I'm going to look like a fucking retard because Matthew Stafford's going to win the championship with the Rams. I'm going to look like a real idiot with my backwoods hat.
Stafford, who is supposed to turn this franchise around, has not won a playoff game. So I don't want to hear about all his passing records and he holds.
That's what Holden wanted me to do. Point out the fact that Stafford goes on to win multiple playoff games and then win the Super Bowl. So yeah, the Rams beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl like what, 3 seasons ago, 4 seasons ago now, something like that. So yeah, this guy was talking all this shit about Stafford and then Stafford went on to fucking win the championship. Hilarious.
This record and that record for the Lions, it means nothing. It means nothing.
This prediction means nothing. I'm going to sit here and talk all this trash. They gave up 1,000 yards. Stafford needs to go. The Lions, they're atrocious. Stafford looks like he's never played quarterback. My grandmother could go out there and play better quarterback than Stafford.
The Lions haven't won a championship since 1957, and this city is a proud city. The Red Wings won so many times. The Pistons won a lot. The Tigers have gotten things done. And then the Lions.
The Tigers, the Lions, the Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my.
Year in and year out are inept. And let me get to Patricia, the coach. 6-10 his first year, 3-12-1 last year, and 0-2 this year.
I wrote down all these numbers to talk about how bad this coach is because I really don't like him. I'm a real fucking sports guy. I really know my shit. That's why I got my hat backwards. And I know what I'm talking about. That's why I wrote it down on this piece of paper right here.
I don't like him as a coach. And just because you're a Bill Belichick disciple doesn't mean you're going to be the next Bill Belichick.
Let me tell you something. I'm a guy with my hat backwards who thinks that the NFL's real, and I know all about football. This guy's a bad coach. He needs to go. Stafford's never won anything. He needs to go. Hell, me and my grandmother would make a better coach-quarterback duo than these two frauds.
You don't have Tom Brady. You're not Bill Belichick. And I think that's one of the problems with Patricia. He wants to be Belichick so much, he doesn't know who he is. Patricia, stop trying to be Belichick. You have a hard enough time being yourself.
I'm going to talk to an NFL coach as if the NFL coach is watching my YouTube channel. Hey, Patricia, I know you're the Lions coach, and I know you're watching me right now. Get your shit together, or you deserve to be fired. I'm going to contact the general manager, and I'm going to talk to him about firing your ass because you're not winning enough games.
Be your own man. Who are you? Who are you as a coach? You keep trying too hard to be Belichick. You're a wannabe that's never going to be.
You're a wannabe. All of the NFL coaches watch my channel. So, of course, Matt Patricia's going to watch this. You're a loser. You're a fraud. You got to go. Matt Patricia, when you see this, right here, buddy, you see this? Yeah. You know what you could do with this? Shove it up your ass. All right. All right. That's all I can handle, Holden. I don't want to keep watching this irrelevant nobody, but there you go. Just for you, buddy. Looks like somebody sent me a super chat saying it's their first ever super chat. And for those of you new to the channel, maybe you just saw my video from yesterday and you might be new here. I am the world's funniest comedian and the world's greatest truth teller combined into one. And here on these live streams is where all the magic happens. So if you're new here, welcome. This is a very special and unique channel that is not like any other channel on the entire interwebs. Established Presence says, first super chat ever for you, Jake. Love you, brother. I need Stephen Hawking translating for Ozzy. Oh, Stephen Hawking's going to translate for Ozzy instead of the other way around? Usually it's someone else translating for Stephen Hawking, but instead you want Stephen Hawking translating for Ozzy, which is the reverse way of doing it. Okay, if you say so, this is what you asked for. Personally, I never met Stephen, but he seems like quite a brilliant individual. He knows all about outer space and whatnot. I personally, as the Prince of Darkness, I was trained to go into space, but I was too busy at being out on tour. There you go. Stephen Hawking translated for Ozzy. If you want it the other way around, then it would have been Ozzy translating for Stephen Hawking, but that's not what you asked. There you go. Flatty McFlatty Pants says, how can Ozzy sing amazing but can't talk for shit? Easy. They had Dana Strum pretending to be Ozzy at the last show, and they used fucking vocal effects and auto-tune. That's how. So yeah, that last show, it was Dana Strum pretending to be Ozzy, which is what I proved tonight in this stream, at least to my own satisfaction. Hey, if you guys are having fun tonight, and I know you are, hook a brother up with a thumbs up. It's my birthday, and it would make me feel really good if you guys were to hook me up with a birthday thumbs up. All right? We talked about Hulk Hogan, talked about Ozzy, talked about all this other shit. It's been a good stream so far, right? I think it has been. In fact, I know it has been. So, hook me up with the thumbs up that I rightfully deserve. Sharon, I can't figure out how to use the remote control.
Oh, Ozzy, I don't know why people think that you're high on pills and heroin. Ozzy was never a junkie. Those are all rumors.
I've been trying to tell everybody for years that Ozzy Osbourne is the Prince of Darkness, which means he is the devil reborn in the flesh. And now that the Ozzy Osbourne character has died, what that means is the soul of Satan has vanished from this physical realm. But he's down below, he's waiting. And if you don't repent to God right now, if you don't give your life to Jesus, you're going to meet the devil in the flesh down below real soon. So you can listen to me or you cannot listen to me. That's your choice. However, I do recommend that you vape my 100% organic Bible vape juice if you want your soul to be saved for all eternity. You can get my promo code down below. Like, share, and subscribe, or don't. I'm out.
Jesse's girl asks how old I am. I'm 42 years old today. Today is my 42nd birthday. And there's other people my age that definitely look a lot older. Definitely people my age in a lot worse shape. So I think me being 42 and looking this damn good is a testament to the fact that I am a splendid, healthy specimen. All right. Whatever that means. All right. Flatty McFlatty Pants says, great job, Jake. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. So everybody who wished me a happy birthday here in the stream, I really, really appreciate it. And with that said, I got through the stuff I wanted to get through, and I had a good time. Hope you guys did too. I'm thinking that maybe I'll leave you guys wanting more, and we'll go out on a high note, and we'll just wrap it up here, and I'll enjoy the rest of my birthday, take my dog out on a walk. Honestly, I'm getting a little hungry, and I feel like I need to eat some food. I feel like I'm running out of energy, like I did all these impressions and did all this singing, and now I feel like I need to rehydrate and refuel. So I'm going to get off here, eat some food, take my dog out for a walk, enjoy the rest of my birthday. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on my birthday. You made it special for me. You guys are like my friends and family here, and that's why I chose to spend it with you, spend my birthday with you guys. And it was fun. All right. Hope you guys dug it. Hook a brother up with a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And I will see all of you lovely people next time. You guys are all awesome. The best damn YouTube audience a guy could ever have. So I'll see you in the next video, the next stream. Actually, I'm thinking tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll try and do a members only stream. So look for a members only stream tomorrow, Sunday, where you have to be a member to show up. And we'll just hang out and chit chat. Just me and you guys. How's that sound? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Members only stream. And yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Peace out. Bye-bye.